Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of Analytics Are For the Nerds. I'm Louis G, here with Ryan Mura. We may be joined by Ellie Brady. I have faith in her. She did those things where she was like trying to egg on a little bit of excuses, see if they dropped for us, see if it worked, and we just kept on. Now, we'll see you then. We'll delay 15 minutes. She's on her way home. We'll see if there's any computer problem, something, but real fun show planned for you. We're talking Scott Fishbowl. We are talking Who's the Idiot, possibly. Ryan and I got a couple stories to share. It's going to be a fun one. Let's go.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the
film festival. It's just a golf clap, right? They don't actually give you like a real clap. I feel like it's very, high society. They're not going to give you
Yeah, it's like a queef clap, like.
I'm never gonna get that image out of my head. Queef
Like that Moana.
Very clear 101 in this biggest foot in the mouth draft. And the 101, it's very clearly Rex Ryan, because that guy has definitely put some feet in the mouth.
That's so good.
100%. Guy loves feet, his white feet.
Big feet.
Lots of feet in
Little
the
feet.
mouth, I'm sure.
So many feet. Long live Dolly Parton.
Hold on. I got to look up how she
It's not.
is.
You're looking. Wait, do you not know who Dolly Parton is?
No, I know who she is. I'm just trying to see what she looks like now.
She's still with us?
No, I want to see what she looks like now, because like 10 years ago I would have. Oh, I still would. 100% still would. Absolutely. How old is she? She's got to be like 80, right? Are you judging me? I can't see you because I'm looking at Google.
That ticker. Let me see.
You're judging.
The double mustache and that is fucking gross. So, welcome.
I do want to be clear, though, that I have earned one, and Lou is depressed. There's a big difference. Lou is still trying to convince 16-year-olds he's cool, and they keep telling him they don't want weed from him. They can get it from anywhere.
Right on speed, or right on target. I get a text. What's up, South Buffalo? Miss me, poutine, beaver, igloo, maple syrup. Peep Ray. Okay, I got you. Sorry, I didn't know who that was. That's our Canadian friend from the other podcast. I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but maple syrup. Right when I saw maple syrup, I knew it was a Canadians fan. Welcome in, Pete. I'm glad you're here to talk, to listen to a little bit of the show. Allie, as I made fun of it, saying that there might be some secretive computer problems coming. We got a text that her computer's struggling. We will see. Hopefully the computer pulls through, and so does Allie. But if not, we're here. We're going to be talking. I did say Scott Fishbowl and a few different things. First and foremost, Ryan, how are you?
Well, I've been a little bit better. So I'm not going to give Allie too much problems about having some computer difficulties, because I've run into some similar situations recently. So last night, tried to go to my roller hockey game, and I can't start my vehicle. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll call AAA in the morning. I just got AAA. So I'm like excited now to use it. I'm part of the club, right? Doing the AAA wave to people on the street. That doesn't exist, but I'm just, I'm happy. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Illuminati. What is this guy doing? So I call him, and the guy, very prompt, very, straightforward with me, but he says basically, he's like, what I suspect is going on. I'll do the test, but you have a main battery, but you also have an auxiliary battery, and I can't replace the auxiliary battery. So you got to go to a dealer. I was like, oh no, I know stories about dealers and service there. It's always more expensive, everything. Well, It was true because I paid almost $1,000 for replacement of car batteries, which you wouldn't expect that to be the case, but yeah, $1,000 almost for car batteries. Like what? How does that happen? I was like $200-300 easy, no problem, but $1,000 down the drain for something that was working just fine yesterday at this time. So
I have a feeling that has something to do with your type of expensive car. That's
No.
not you didn't have to.
No.
You didn't pay $1,000 on a Ford Escape battery. Allie,
it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Is that supposed to be? I mean, come on, that's not like that's a reasonable SUV, but like you wouldn't expect. It's not high end or anything like that. So I mean, that's outrageous. That's absurd, right?
yes, I guess so. Allie, hi, how are you?
Hi. How delayed is my response?
Your response isn't delayed. Like our audio is fine. Your face is doing the robot. You are and you're showing exactly. You came in showing a good excuse because and during the open I said Ellie's laying down the stuff. I said, I bet we're going to get a text in a couple minutes that she's having computer problems. And then during the open, you're having it, but now at least you're proving them true.
No, this is
so
mortifying. This sucks. And then I was like, oh, Ryan has a good story. And I wanted it to be like, type in like nice white man problems. But alas, my computer was too slow.
You're good now, though. It's getting better.
It's still not great, but thank you. So if I jump off, it's because I'm going to have to spend a new $1,000 on something. So I'm sorry about your car battery, Ryan, but does this mean you are a Jeep Wave guy? Are you?
No, that also does not exist. I don't think.
So sad. How does that make you feel as a non-Wrangler driver?
Yeah, I think that's really the Wrangler thing. Yeah, you can't have doors or traditional windows or much of you can't have the full exterior of your car and do the Jeep Wave. I think is the rule.
Oh, okay. Jeeps. Those old Wrangler people are so cool. But yeah, exactly. Cherokees are very fun. Very fun. I got my car washed and dried today. I spent the money to even have the, slip the car into the money into my car, to the guy drying, and it's raining now. So, yeah.
I mean, rain isn't like a free car wash, but yeah.
I already washed. I got it washed today and dried. Now it's gonna have the rain marks on it.
Oh, that's what you're worried about. You're worried about you're not worried about it. I thought you were like, man, why did I spend that money when nature is doing it for free? That's how
I would have just done that. I would have been like, yo, I could have waited.
That's how I am with showers. I'm like, yep, that's just, we don't need one today. It just rained really hard,
Yeah, there's women, we call it ponytail day. So yeah, or hat day. That's very nice. Are we allowed to talk about the thing that happened yesterday, or we're not? Or we're just going to go over that?
Yeah, sure. We can talk about it. Yeah, but so so the thing that happened yesterday was I didn't have to. What happened yesterday is I fumbled this situation so horribly, and nobody, you all knew what was happening. Good friends of mine knew, and nobody told me how dumb it was, and we had to wait for it to happen for it to be so my girlfriend, we were gonna try to introduce to my child. My ex said I thought I would like to just meet her before that happens. My ex and I co-parent really well. I didn't think that was irrational. And so, but the plan was not executed well. Now, a very awkward situation. So, you're getting opinions from everywhere and how it works. What we settled on was meeting at my house, walking over to Bidwell, and then sitting at a concert together for 3 hours. Ooh. And that was not it was just awkwardness for 3 hours. Both, I gotta say, did So good that they're gonna be so mad at me that I'm just putting this out there. But I thought they both did so good, and it like I was like, wow, I'm impressed because I wouldn't be, I was awkward too, but they were trying, and a little bit here, a little bit there. But here's the funniest part about it, and I'm gonna get so trouble. But when at one point my ex goes for a walk, and my girlfriend, who everybody knows, she's like, I feel like I'm on a third wheel on a date with you and your ex-wife. That's what this feels like, because you're dynamic and this and that. And I understand, and I made a conscious effort, to try to change that for the rest of the time. I get it.
You're like, I'm not going to kiss my ex-wife in front of
I get a text today and was like, I feel like I was on a third date with you and your girlfriend. So it was like they both felt the same way. And so is the sentiment that I fucked up big time here? Was it just the situation? But somehow they both felt the same way, which could not have happened. And it could not have just happened that way. So it was it was awkward. The awkwardness is done. We got through it. We made it through it. If I don't owe anything to this podcast, a year ago, I asked you about to do 20 questions about this girl, and it leads to me eventually talking to her, and now she's doing my garden. So if I owe this podcast anything, it's this beautiful woman who has walked into my life. And I'm only saying that because I just blew up her spot on the podcast. And if she's listening, that might help.
And I will say this, if she's listening, you're an angel, because this is where, I'm not saying her name, but babe, this is where we paint our nails. Okay. So this hour, we just do that. But both are very, I think the cool thing is, one, your ex and your girlfriend are amazing women, and it's cool that they get along or will get along or whatever that is, but the fact they're both open to meet, and I love how awkward you are around humans, and I can't wait for you to one day be the third wheel in their friendship. But
what I kind of knew was gonna happen, but it still hurt me and surprised me. You knew the common ground was going to be making fun of me, right? Yeah. But it didn't need to be 3 out of every 4. Like every 3 out of every 4 forms of communication between the two were like, Kristen laughed at one of my jokes at one point, and Nikki's like, "Oh, you're new. You're still laughing at his dumb jokes," and I was like, "Well, that's mean. That just hurts my feelings," and that's just why are we saying things like that?
How bad was the music?
I love Uncle Ben's Remedy, and I'll give him a little. I'll give him a little pump up there. I like them a lot. They're always good. I love the lead singer. I don't know if you know him, but he's always like his whole shtick. It's so funny because I think I enjoy it more because it's a shtick. Like he always is wearing like a vest. A cutoff vest and like short jean shorts, but like 10 minutes before the show, he was like dressed normal, and just like to go on stage. Like I think I like it better that that's not him. He's like, but this is my This is who I perform as. I like that.
Go on, Ryan.
No, I was going to say, and big question to put a bow on it. What would you say Baby J's response or reaction was to everything? Like, how did she handle everything?
We got the one good thing, and this is another thing we all kind of agreed on, is that my Kristen came over first, got to spend like 45 minutes to an hour just with Jelena for the first time, and that reaction went really well, actually. Like my daughters, kids I think are more apt to be like shy around adults, and I don't know if your kids are the same way, but she's usually apt to be shy around adults and just cling to other kids. Was very, very natural. That went really good. And I mean, that felt really good, that part of it. So that's always a big win. But I say always, and I don't know, this is the first time for everything. So we are definitely navigating somebody, one of them, I think Kristen said today, was just like, yeah, we made a misstep, and it's probably not going to be our first in this process. Like, this process is going to be, it's just tough. It's weird and super awkward, but trying to make it work and around music. So that's cool. Next time, no concert. We're going to have to, we've already made an agreement for the next Bidwell concerts. We're at least on opposite sides of the field.
Yeah. Also, don't do a movie night. Oh, we should actually switch because I'm not going to be good at our draft today because of scheduling conflicts. We should draft dates that Louis should not take his girlfriend and ex-wife to.
That is amazing.
Why don't we just switch to that?
I'll do that on the fly.
I will not be able to do this next. The draft that we have tonight, I am not prepared for. But
that is funny.
Because no movies, no, really anything. No long weekend.
Yeah. I mean, do you have anything for everything and nothing? Because I know you had some stuff from last week that I don't think we got to.
Last week we were going over something fun called every NFL team's worst head coach. Let's continue it. So, I'm pretty sure I didn't do some of these. So if I did, then it's going to be great for our new listeners. And if you're listening at home and you've heard it last week, play along. Okay, so this again, every NFL team's worst head coach. I'm going to blame that flub on my Wi-Fi, not on. Okay, so Atlanta Falcons. Who was their worst head coach?
Oh, who was the guy a few years ago?
He quit the team before the season ended. That's going to be your clue.
Ooh. Not.
First name Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Last name start with a P.
It does.
Oh, Petrino.
It
is indeed.
That's a good one.
Did we do the Raiders?
We didn't. So.
It's
this has been a recent, and not Pete Carroll. He's good.
I wanted to go there.
Did they say Gruden because of the firing?
This is a person that does wear a visor, though, which also is a big fumble in my book.
Yeah.
Ooh, is it John Gruden?
No. But hopefully he's on Tampa. Okay. No, it's this is also more recent. The reason why they were bad is because dysfunctional offense and locker room issues.
Well, that'll get you.
This was
Josh
McDaniels. Okay.
Josh McDaniels. Okay, let's go Washington. So this was
Steve Spurrier.
Yes, let's go.
Gotta be.
It sure was. Tennessee Titans, 3-20 record.
Greg Williams.
No, but that's one of Buffalo's worst. This is 3-20 record.
3-20.
Wasn't Mike Mularkey at that time, was it?
It wasn't.
No, Mularkey actually had a decent record there, I think.
The year was, do you want me to give the year?
Yeah.
2014. Ken
Wisenhunt.
Yes. Great.
Oh, nice.
Good memory. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, so let's get. I just want to keep saying Chip Kelly because I think that guy sucked. Okay. Oh, this is kind of sad. Let's go the Colts. This person, who was their worst head coach?
Oh, it has to be Jeff Saturday.
Jeff Saturday, correct.
Do you have the Dolphins?
Sure do.
I think
we Nick did. Saban.
No, I think we didn't. Oh, we didn't do the Dolphins.
1-15 season.
Oh,
that I think we did do the Dolphins. Now I'm forgetting.
Alliteration. Also confident.
Oh yeah, something C's, right?
Yep. Yeah, CC.
You got it.
Chris Collinsworth. No, it's
the guy who got it wrong.
Cameron. Cameron. Okay.
And let's do okay. Oh. Detroit Lions.
Oh, that had to be the
16 team.
Yeah.
Toxic culture and poor results. 2 years. He has a lady name and a man's name in his name.
Matt Patricia. No, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it is.
Is it? Let's
Oh
go.
wow, that's great. That's really great. That's
I'm so
good.
glad that I got it with the lady's name and a man's name clue.
That's really good.
By the way, you know when they say you can't have it's like toxic when someone has like two first names, but what if it's a man and a woman's name in one? But that's
I think it cancels it out.
yeah, he should be decent. So do you want to do let's see, you want to do one more? Do you want to give me a team that you guys want to get? Let's we did what about the Giants? There's so many options for this Giants, and I know there's a lot of Giants fans out there.
Giants are gonna be late, right? Or
This
like
is-
long time ago.
This was during COVID.
Ooh. Who the fuck could Giants
Embarrassing offensive football. Again.
Oh yeah.
The Giants
Oh my gosh. The guy, Joe Joe something.
It's alliteration. It's alliteration.
Joe Joseph.
A famous New York Yankee.
Joe Jackson.
Yes, Joe.
Joe Judge. Joe
There you
Judge.
Joe Judge, yep.
Joe Judge.
I was like,
Man.
also famous singer in the 1970s. Give it up to Joe Jackson, everyone. All right, that's we could do a couple more, but I like this game. It's fun. Do you want to do one more?
Go ahead, do one more.
Okay, let's do the Browns. This is your clue is 336 and 1 record.
Eric Mangini.
No.
No, he had a couple of playoffs, didn't he?
This was before COVID.
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson, you're right. That is
There
great
it
job,
is.
everyone. All right. That is it. And I still think Matt Patricia has the best name. I don't know how we don't talk about him more. And then if anyone's like, what did Matt Patricia look like? Just Google, because he looks like it's like a headshot, like a Guess Who modern day headshot. You'll know when you see it. But all right, so that's all we're gonna do because I'm prepared.
No, that's all right. I need to take a second for a couple things. One of the biggest things I forgot in the open was I have bronchitis, so I am going to be. I was in the hospital today for a little bit, struggling. So I'm going to be coughing a little bit. I will hit the cough button quite a bit. Yeah, go on. What's that?
Wait. So you had your girlfriend and your ex-wife met each other, and then the next day you go to the hospital?
Yeah. No, it has nothing to do with karma at all. It's nothing to do. No, it's been this weird thing all week where it's like slowly built up. I have bad asthma, not to be so cool, but I have bad asthma, and so it sometimes this stuff creeps up on me. Good thing I went because I was like, this has got to just be allergies. And then this morning I woke up and like couldn't breathe, and I was like, this is just anxiety from last night. But then I realized it was real. So I am coughing a little bit. Couple other things. We now have a sponsor. You see my hat is Valid Dad. So you can go to validdad.com and check them out. It's a buddy of mine's company, but like also just like real legit hats. This one is awesome. It's got engraved earned not given, certified Valid Dad approved. Their mission, Valid Dad's like they are a brand created to empower fathers, reflect the values of strength, commitment, and authenticity. They exist to highlight the importance of active fatherhood and celebrate the men who show up for their families day in and day out. Through their designs, they honor real fatherhood and inspire the next generation to lead with purpose, strength, and pride. Stay valid. You can go to them now at validdad.com and get 10% off if you use code not your uncle. So not your uncle for the podcast network, and get 10% off on there. They got like a new one that's dropping. That's like it's like a tribute to the old rock pile, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, they got really nice hats. It's really good stuff, and I love the story behind it. And Ryan, you're a Valid Dad too, so I'll buy you one for Christmas and send it your way.
Or Father's Day, which is this weekend. Use valid
For Father's Day. There it is. Hey,
There you
what? Look at you. So me being a dumbass and not using that for the advertising. I like how you just put that in there. And yes, go right now and get your dad a Father's Day gift.
And
You know,
That was really bad.
someone
Yeah.
that loves dads, I'm a big fan of dads. So I love single dads. I love
I'll just say though, after the whole bronchitis spiel, Robitussin really missed out on not being our sponsor because you would have just rolled so nicely into that. You know,
it really would have. So suck it, Robitussin. But while I'm just promoting things, I'm going to promote two more things real quick. Next Thursday, I'm back. I didn't even tell you this, Allie. I'm back at Helium for the Buffalo's Funniest. I didn't want to do it. I got talked into it. I think in front of you, Ryan. Did I not? Was I with you that night at Helium one day?
Oh, yeah.
Sean just talked me into it. But I'll be back, so come vote for me because I don't want to do this thing if I can't even get through the first round because I don't have enough friends. So please come out to that. And then the biggest thing, and we'll be talking about it here in a second, is next Sunday at the 28th at Brightsmith Brewery on Niagara Street. We'll be running Scott Fishbowl 16 live Buffalo draft. And just announced today is we are like 3 guys away from doing a 6th division. So we've only had 4 divisions in years past. We're going to have 2 more leagues, it looks like, this year at a much bigger venue. Super cool. We're going to have a bunch of stuff to raffle off and raise money. And if you want to be one of the last 3 entries into that division, you can hit me up on X or text me. Text me if you got my number. If you need my number, this podcast has worked for that too. You know?
if anyone wants to cheer me on for the 45-mile bike race I'm in.
Yes, I will be there. I will be there.
It's so funny how it says. And another thing, very cool. Break a leg next week.
I have no contests or races to announce. I'm nothing. Sorry, guys. My daughters have a dance recital this weekend at the Center for the Arts.
We'll talk about songs later. But happy Father's Day to all who are listening or celebrate. And for all who it's a bad day, I'm sorry. But buy a valid dad hat.
If you don't have a dad like me, my dad's gone, you still go buy a valid dad hat and wear it in his honor. Right? Wear it in your dad's honor.
Yeah, totally. Right.
You can. I'm sure there could be some adjustment where you just put a piece of tape and dead valid dad, and it doesn't need to be. No one else needs to know it.
I know you love it. Do a good dad joke. So have fun.
We are going out. I got the T-shirt out this week. You know what we do every year? We go out golfing in our Dead Dad Club T-shirts in the frame of the old NWO wrestling shirts. It's DDC, and we go to a golf course and golf 9 holes or 18 holes, whatever we choose, and make everybody else awkward. Sometimes we'll hand a camera to somebody and ask them to take pictures of us and our dads and do this. It's always a really fun time. One of my favorite pictures is the 4 of us doing exactly that. But and we had and the guy who took the picture was like this 80-year-old old man who is just did not know how to handle it, but took the picture.
Can you please expand on this a little bit and like give at every tee box you wait for your dad to take a swing? Like, Dad, you have honors.
Good shot, Dad. Good shot, dude. You ripped it.
You had a birdie the last hole, right? That means you go first. So
that's so good. That's really good.
I feel like you guys could bring a bag of just like some sort of what looks like ashes and then do a bit where you accidentally drop it and then you're like, oh my God. And then
you guys are really helping how we add to the awkwardness this year.
I'm really well. It sucks, and I'm but you've got baby Jay, so happy Father's Day, and to you your little pumpkin twins, Ryan. Happy Father's Day. So Scott Fishbowl.
Let's do this. Let's look a little bit into the scoring here. We'll just we're going to get into the other stuff, so we'll look over the scoring here quickly this year, Rye. It looks like the big things here are the half point per first down. And again, tight ends with some pretty extreme scoring, 1 point extra per reception and 1 point extra per first down compared to only a half a point per reception for running backs and wide receivers. I think this leans. I thought just looking at this, it leaned tight end first and then running back. I was surprised to see Dave Kluge, guest of the show, his article today and his rankings that have 9 of the first 13 picks are wide receivers. How do you look at this scoring? His first pick overall is Brock Bowers, by the way, but 9 of the next 13 is wide receiver. And I did not understand that so much.
So why would the thought process not be that quarterbacks be
quarterbacks are probably nothing to me in this?
Why?
Yeah, I'll take 2 late quarterbacks, probably the 3 maybe. I mean, I'll try to get 3 quarterbacks in like the back end 8 or whatever. But I'm not going to care about quarterbacks so much in this, even though it's super flex. The scoring's going to me dominate tight ends. The elite tight ends are the most valuable guys. And then I thought I was going to lean running back, but like I said, Dave, I always trust Dave. And then this is like the day one I'm looking into this, but he feels strongly, at least up top, it's wide receiver. Josh Allen is the first guy off the board at 14, the first quarterback in his rankings.
He's probably, I can see why you would maybe look at this with the bonuses and say, all right, you have an elite tier of wide receivers that maybe extends. Yeah, but I see your point though, right? The elite tier of wide receivers, I think, runs deeper, slightly deeper than the elite tier of running backs, right? The truly elite tier. So you're not getting
that half point first down seems like that just strongly
Gibbs and Bijan. I mean, how many first downs a game are they getting? A lot.
Yeah.
So I tend to agree that those 2 guys have to be in consideration in the top 5, just like they are right now in best ball drafts, for normal skill position. So, I tend to push those up, and I can see why maybe the tier of Chase, Puka, and JSN would be in consideration in the next couple of picks, but the running backs are going to run out pretty quickly. And if you're just trying to cobble together, depth at that position without getting the first downs, you're going to be playing a really tough game of catch up. Whereas I think you might be able to find more of those later round wide receiver hits. So I tend to agree with you, Louis. I would push some of these running backs up ahead of the wide receivers based on this scoring setup.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel. I don't think we need to run through a mock here and just in lieu of time, we can move on to the next segment. I don't think we need to mock this, but just talking through that, the position wise, I really think I'm going to fade quarterback. I mean, I would take a decent deal on Josh because I have so much of them, but I think, Bowers and McBride obviously should probably be the top 2 picks. And then I think you're right with Bijan, Gibbs. To me, there's a really big tier gap or tier break between those 2 and like McCaffrey and Taylor. So I don't know if I would not go one of those elite wide receivers the next few picks if I didn't have a top 4. I think those 4 are the clear top 4.
Yeah, especially because McCaffrey and Taylor aren't even the RB3 and RB4. So,
oh God, go ahead,
Justin Genty, baby, let's go,
Genty. Any chance that you get to talk to Genty, but yeah. So Scott Fishbowl, sorry, I'm dying. You see the scoring. I feel like we're good there. We're going to be in Buffalo next week. If you guys want to come check it out, and if you still want to get in, there are 3 spots available. We'll do a mock next week. I think what I'll do is try to gather, some guests for that. And we'll go ahead and do that. We want to do, this is something I know you want to talk about real quick before Who's the Idiot. Let's talk with the Brandon Sorsby drama. Allie, have you heard anything that's going on with this kid that gambled $90,000 on his own team, got suspended, wasn't gonna, now, yeah, now so he was back in. Now they're saying no, and so now he's going to join the supplemental draft, which is confusing in its own rights, and will be drafted by an NFL team here in August. It doesn't happen often. I don't know, sorry, I'm just playing with this. What our followers know about the supplemental draft, but it's basically each team gets to like bid on what draft pick they're willing to get rid of for the next year if they win, and based off of their right, if the Jets and the Bills both say second rounders, well, the Jets would get them because of the worst record. So there's a lot of talk about where he would go. I don't think he's that good, Brian. I know you think he's better. He was quarterback 6 in 2027 for me. So where do you think he ends up? I know you love him. Where do you think he ends up? And then go ahead and say why you love him so much, because it's just not happening for me.
All right. So he's a 21-year-old. He's a very young quarterback prospect.
So that's not a great way to start.
Why
I love him because he's
already.
You're already lost, Allie. Allie's like, nah.
We're not. This is not who's the idiot right here. We're not.
Who's the idiot.
I'm not trying to win Allie over here. Otherwise, it'd be talking about.
He was born in the 2000s. Like,
he'd be like, this guy has 2 decades of experience of life. I would be characterizing it that way instead. Make it sound like he's old. Anyways, no, he's a big dual threat, like legitimate dual threat quarterback. And I'm not trying to, when I'm playing fantasy football, I'm not always only evaluating whether I think this player is going to be good or not, a good player. Because I think there are cheat codes in this game. And one of those is finding the rushing quarterback that can get you a high upside without having to necessarily. Jackson Dart, I think, is a really good example of that. I think he has a really high floor because he's going to get you rushing yards. So I'm very interested in this because I think he would have definitely been the second quarterback taken in this draft. And based on what I've seen from people I trust, and these QB evaluators, they're suggesting, day 2 or day 3 pick would have likely been in this year. Now, there's still a lot of question marks. So if he doesn't pass those tests and, he doesn't look good, maybe it is a round 3 or round 4 pick in the supplemental draft. But I think it only takes one team. There's rumors that Philly is interested in him because they have extra picks. And they're not necessarily sold on Hurts. So I think a team like that might be picking in the late second could be a legitimate candidate for this kid. And I'm definitely interested in him, and I'm going to try to get him everywhere I can.
I've been battling on what the right strategy or where I would feel is a good fit. I really like Philly because of that. Like, it's a late second. The Hurts, there is that Hurts controversy of whether or not like they love him or tied to him long term. You and I have never loved him. So I think that type of thing's interesting. Where I do think it does become a little more interesting is where the teams like the Cardinals and the Jets go with it, because that's an early second, next year, most likely, but you get pretty much the whole year this year to find out if he's any good. And then you do have your first next year to use on one of these top guys if it doesn't work out. It's interesting. I think the Jets are in a good place for it because of all the draft picks they've acquired. That's, I think, would be the best for him to kind of work out. I don't know. I don't want to root for the person, the man. I mean, the dude friggin' was gambling on his own team for years. Like, I just feel like that's weird.
But that's where I would love to get your opinion on it, both of you. You have players who get in trouble for domestic violence. You have players who are found doing drugs. They get pulled over, gambling. Like, so especially at a 21, 22, are you going to forgive him more? Or are you saying this guy is not making good decisions? It's not even worth it.
Yeah, I think that's a really good question, Allie. And I do think it's important to kind of put those two types of wrongs in different categories, right? You talk about, wrongs against women or, violent crimes, those types of things. And then this, which is still, it's wrong. It's also ethically and morally wrong, right? You can get into those discussions, but he is also a 21-year-old kid. And I don't want to sit here and just be like always trying to throw the book at these kids, because it is an addiction. He has an addiction. I mean, you don't gamble that much money. Well, first of all, he's enabled because you get NIL money, and that's the whole system is fucked right now, in my opinion, because it literally gives these kids all this money. You're in bed with the sports books, and then you're like, oh yeah, don't do this. But we're normalizing it in front of your eyes. So, I mean, what do you expect? So I don't really blame him as much. I mean, get the help, realize that that's not the path that you should be going down, focus on your craft. And maybe this was a wake up call. I don't know. I'm not trying to, I personally don't like, I'm not going to root against this kid because he was made poor decisions. He needs good voices in his life, I think, but I also shame the NCAA. I think it's a sham of an organization. It's a joke.
Yeah. I'm a big believer. I think most people love a redemption story. To your point, Ryan, again, he's so young, might as well, let's root for him to succeed than to just,
Sure.
fail. But also I think it's kind of wild that he went in April, correct? And now
as far
as a rehabilitation program.
Oh yeah, I think he did
Just
that
brief stint. Yeah.
But again, let's wait for someone to get better and.
I'm just never going
quarterback.
Exactly. I'm never going to trust the NFL to care about character things. They just don't. Yeah. They prove most teams prove every time. And this is a different category, like Ryan said, than domestic violence or like whatever. So it is. And, it is, other guys have faced drug addictions and stuff like that and overcame them to be successful. Pull for the kid. I just don't think he's good, to be, perfectly honest, but we'll see. And I the good thing about this is the perfect, I don't know why he fought so hard about going back to school, because I think this is so much better of a situation for him for his career.
And one last thought, though, if he is still disciplined, or if that, that 2-game suspension, I guess that, based on that injunction holds, there is precedent for the NFL still issuing, kind of a corollary suspension in the NFL. So like Terrell Pryor, right? That situation, he was suspended by the NCAA and then went to the league in the supplemental draft, and they actually mirrored the same 6-game suspension, I think. So I suspect something like that would happen, but I don't expect anything more than that, which is why I don't think teams are going to be truly deterred by that at all.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. Let's not do the draft because you said you were not prepared and it's late too. So let's do who's the idiot? I just sorry. Perfect time. Okay, let's do who's the idiot quickly, and then we'll see what happens. How about that?
Okay, so we're gonna do and then I've got a really weird question for you guys, so I can't
awesome.
Giddy up. I asked Tom this earlier.
Is it where I should take my girlfriend in next on our next date? Is it that one?
Yeah, right. Could be. It's about weight loss. You just wait, everyone. Okay, so here's a question. Okay, so who's the idiot? If you're new to us, this is where I ask both gentlemen a question. They have to prove to me that they have the correct stance. At the end, I have to decide whose argument was the worst, thus being the idiot. Okay, question number 1, and who's the idiot? Where is the perfect landing spot for Stephon Diggs? Ryan, you want to go first?
Yes,
I do. That question was written, except for
yes, I was hoping. I was like, me.
I was like, wow, that actually is where.
I am going to say so. I thought for a fun answer, I could say the Bills, and like a reunion and all of that. I do think there's very legitimate reasons for that, but I think the best answer, legitimately here, for where the best spot that Diggs can land or end up is Las Vegas. So The Raiders have a need at wide receiver. He has a relationship with Kirk Cousins, who's going to bridge this quarterback. What did the Patriots do last year for Drake May is they tried to surround him with at least some legitimate weaponry, and that was Stephon Diggs, and that worked okay. It was fine. I know he's not the same player he was 3-4, pre-ACL tears back in Buffalo those days, but I still think he's got a little bit left in the tank. I think he would fit into that offense for what they would look for, which is stability and reliability, someone who has a name behind them and can maybe help move the chains, for either Kirk Cousins or a rookie quarterback that's going to look for someone who's done this before. So that is the spot I think that he should go, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up there.
I love that. If it wasn't that they already had a 1A in Jalen Naylor, if they didn't have such a stud in Jalen Naylor, I
did see some buzz on the timeline today.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I'm cutting
Yeah.
Jalen Naylor. I'm cutting all my things. Also, Allie, last week, and you weren't here, Ryan and I made a $50 bet, so you got to hold true to it. Hold this true that Keon Coleman will be in the top 4 receptions for the Buffalo Bills next year. And I'm the one betting on Keon Coleman. Could you believe it? I couldn't even. Good. Yeah, I own it. So, so just write that down in your notebook so we get back to that. But yeah, I that is interesting. My pick would be, and I'm not even joking around when I say it's the Bills. I think I've said on this podcast what I think happens. I think we've talked about this off air and pretty confident that this happened. The night before the Cincy game, everybody knows the rumors of what Josh was. I think it was happening with Josh. I think that Diggs got mad at Josh for letting personal life get involved before a big game and they lost, and that created a riff. I think both of them are guys and professionals, and right now Josh is seeing what life is without him, that if they didn't, Josh is the GM at the end of the day. It's not Brandon Beane. We all know that. So if Josh says, yeah, like we can make this work, we're on the same page, 100% he'd come in and would probably go to target number 1 immediately. I think even over DJ Moore.
Okay. So just going back to the original question, you think that Stephon Diggs is going to the Bills?
I think it's the best fit.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I think it's a good fit.
Great. Okay.
I'm going to clip that when the day he signs. I'm going to clip that reaction right there.
Great. Okay. Okay. So question number 2.
I feel like I'm playing from behind.
Milk was a bad choice. All right. Who's your top owned? Okay. Wait. Who's your top owned guy in best ball? I want to say pick a position because we don't have time for each position. Who's your top owned guy in quarterback, and who's your top running back, and why?
All right, let's do those.
I can't do the whole thing. I can't do the whole
thing. Yeah. Go ahead, Bri. Or wait, no, I'll go first.
Quarterback and wide receiver. Who do you got?
You went first last time. Quarterback is Stephon Diggs' future quarterback, Josh Allen. I just I'm buying that. What is it? Late 3rd round, Josh, and he's just around a lot of guys I don't love there. So I find myself going with hero quarterback a lot. He has proven that he's quarterback 1, 3 years in a row now. I think he's a fine buy, and I think he has a better playoff schedule than he has in years past too. So I'm buying a lot of Josh. My running back, it's getting very close to Rico Dowdle. It is not quite yet. And I feel like we might share the same guy, but it's Keaton Mitchell for me. I'm pretty close to 30% on Keaton Mitchell. I think he's going to have a really good opportunity at some meaningful carries there in Los Angeles. And if something happens with Hampton, I think he becomes the guy, not Vidal.
All right. So for quarterback, I have 3 guys that are all within a couple of dollars. What? I can't. They're all what? That's not. Okay. Mendoza, Herbert, and Dart for.
Wait, so you're number 1? What's your? I need one, Ryan.
Okay, Mendoza.
Okay, good. Okay, Mendoza.
My number one for running back is Jeremiah Love at 34%. And wide receiver is that? Did you just want those two?
Yeah, just the first two.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna do the first
Okay,
two.
Yeah,
just
I
those
just
two.
because of timing. So wow, very.
Sorry, I heard I heard you talking about Diggs in that segment, so I got a little confused. Wide receiver.
Ooh, okay. Okay, we got diversity here. I like this. Okay, fun. So do you guys want to compare each other's? You want to talk about if you're right or wrong on those choices, or you feel
No, I think I would have guessed your running back. I was only half joking last week when I talked about a situation where I see Cousins running with that job. So I'm backing off on Mendoza a little bit. But I I love him, or not love him, but I have enough of him in Dynasty. I'm just backing off a little bit in redraft.
And I'm only slightly backing off of my hot take of the fact that I said I think Genty Love is the best start you could have in Best Ball Mania. And I know you could easily get that, right? If you're in the back half, you just push Love up. But, man, I think he's criminally underrated right now. So go get Jeremiah Love.
Ooh, all right. Hot take. Okay, so now tiebreaker, if we want to call it that.
Oh, am I down 2-0? Damn it. All right, go on.
No. I see. Well,
go on. Go on. Maybe I could get you back.
Ryan was the first one. Louis followed Rush in the second.
Did he though? I mean, he's talking about Stephon Diggs. All right, anyway.
But you gave me a top three. We're like, we give you top. Okay, so what is the perfect place for Stephon Diggs to land? You're like, on the ground. That's how you answer that. So, all right, here's something that this is a science. This is not sport related at all. More science. Bless you. So. You know how people are on, okay, did you ever hear when people stop, when they diet and they go down to a calorie deficit so much that their metabolism slows down and then they start gaining weight, or they just get in a slump, and so they're in such a calorie deficit, they stop losing weight. Have you ever heard that? When you got to eat enough calories so your body fuels and burns. Yes?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So I'm confused by that we've always heard about. I've always heard that growing up. You have to maintain enough. And then how people are on the weight loss shot and they're eating 6 crackers and 9 grapes a day and they're losing weight. So explain to me what is truth, what is fiction, and what I'm getting wrong. I'm not doing it. I'm interested in it because it's so. Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, here's my scientific answer. I think that so much more of this has to do with the person than what it is you're putting in your system and everything else. We talk about weight loss and, how much of it is really related to genetics, right? How hard you may have to work to lose the weight or to keep it off. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the right answer is because, who's to say you should eat a lot or a little, what you should eat, when you should eat, right? There's rules about, fasting or not fasting and whether that's good for your heart. All I know is we probably all have microplastics or something in us and all of this other thing. And then you ever find the studies that are telling you about something you thought was super healthy for the longest time? And you're like, oh, actually it's the worst thing you could possibly do. Washing your fruit or something is poisonous, or it's those types of things. It's really not. I'm just making that up, I think. But,
I love Attorney Ryan. I love that you're okay. That's good. All right.
So that's where I'm at. I don't think that answered your question at all. So I'm probably the idiot, but that was just I'm really glad I got those thoughts out. So
this is
one of those Adam Sandler. That was one of those Billy Madison answers where you think you nailed it, and we're like, "What, dude? What is that?" I was.
It's a weird question.
Fat, and wouldn't even consider Ozempic. Or whatever. So are we not supposed to say that out loud? I just wouldn't consider it. I think it cannot be healthy. There's zero chance that this is okay. And I don't know. I don't know. I battle back and forth because you lose the weight. So like, whatever. I just don't like the thought of like shooting something to give whatever, to not have hunger. It's all just.
I like doing it the old-fashioned way with depression.
Yeah.
So not the. By the way, I'm just gonna put you back on track. Not the question I'm asking. I'm not saying if it's good or bad. I'm just wondering, how is it that when people don't eat food, we were always told that slows your metabolism down, which is exactly what the weight loss shot does. Is people are not eating food, but they're losing a ton of weight.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just not good for you. Like, there's just zero chance. I like what I'm saying is that study is correct. Like, those people are struggling. Those people are not getting enough calories. They're
losing 70 pounds while they used to tell us if you stop eating. Was it just like an old wives' tale? Like, you got to eat food because it's good to eat food. Food's good. It's nutritious. This is why.
I think that they're struggling with. I think those people struggle with metabolism. I think those people struggle with other factors in life. They lose the weight, but they are struggling because they are not getting the proper calorie intake.
Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick math here. Ryan wins, which means Louis, you're the idiot. Ryan at least answered the question, so just
Ryan said words around things you were saying. Whatever.
Landing on. By the way, I have no issue. I mean, I don't. If you're on that, it's your body, your choice. I do not care if anyone's on it. That's none of my business. I'm not your doctor. So I just find it very interesting because, whatever. But
I'm just salty for getting denied it by my insurance company. So then I actually had to do the hard work. That's all.
I think it works for a lot of people. I'm just, again, I know people that are like, oh, I took in 400 calories today. I'm like, shouldn't your metabolism stop working then? How are you? Because you're in starvation mode. But then I think about the movie Castaway, and you know what? Tom Hanks did lose a ton of weight.
My thing is that I can't imagine a world that even if my stomach and body are telling me I'm not hungry, that I'm not like, give me food. Yeah. Like, I think I would be the first person ever gain weight on Ozempic. I just don't think it would work. I think I would challenge it so hard. I'd be like, no, I still love cheesecake. So yeah, I might be able to eat less, but I'm going to get it down and I'm going to eat the 2 bites too many.
The needle breaks in your arm. It's like,
oh, that's really funny. That's funny.
Wow.
I lost that.
That's okay. Louis, I hope you feel better.
I know I'm struggling. I'm sorry for coughing all over you. Well, but now let's all prepare for the language draft next week. We won't do this, but we'll do the language draft next week because I'm really excited to try to speak these languages. And boy, when people say, they speak over 30 languages or something like, and I always was like, oh, that's just a saying because there's not 30 languages. Boy, was I wrong. I did not know that. And also some of the ones that Italian is not even in the top 25. Did you know that, as far as many people that speak it?
Yeah. I hate to.
I can't wait to do this next week, and then I will try to say a sentence in each language without coming off racist, which is going to be really hard.
Yeah, please do not come off racist. We do not want that. And then just to close out the show, Happy Father's Day to all. Or in French, I would like to say "Je suis désolé pour ton père," which means I'm sorry for your dad.
You nailed that. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I got French. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Analytics for the Nerds. We appreciate you. We adore you. Please check out we got some hats. And happy Father's Day to all. See you soon.